All right, guys, we're back with episode 6. We just unlocked the room of requirement. I'm sure I'll run around and do a bunch of that stuff off camera. Um, but we're gonna keep going with the
Dick
story
thinks
for now.
you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
But pretty cool new mechanic in there. You basically get your own room that you can customize any way you want, which is
And he laughed and
really
said, "Try
cool.
not to be seen."
Hello there. Perhaps you can help me.
Perhaps I can another time. What in the world? Wants me to go this way.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor, so much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him and then told me to take the toast.
Why would you want to take toast?
To a cave under the lake. That's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
Nice.
The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
Intrepid travelers, the both of you. Keep your wits about you.
To think it was beneath us all this time.
Right below. All this time. I'm sorry, my hair's looking crazy these days.
This looks promising.
Oh, okay. What we got here?
A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the port key and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely.
Let's go.
Charles is another
Come
of the
on, more
keepers,
trials.
a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
Off on another adventure, are we?
You who interfered with us, and that woman, isn't it? The one fixated on murder.
Protego! Accio! Kun Protego!
Confringo!
Levioso! Confringo!
You're the ones who ought to be skinned alive. What's this? What was that? Oh, that's worrying. You! What do you think you're doing?
Protego!
Luck! Nothing more than luck!
Accio! Protego!
Admirable trick! You'll have to fight eventually.
Confringo! Levioso! Confringo!
Stop flitting around like a billywig!
Accio! Confringo! Confringo! Confringo!
Avoiding our problems.
Levioso! Confringo! Confringo!
You can feed a beast, or it can feed you, if you get my meaning.
Go sell some stuff, of course.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
You're back. Nice to see you again. nice doing business with you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Revelio. Protego.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Over here.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Can I go take him out? That's what I want to do.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival. Quickly now. Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalis.
I don't know if I know that skill yet.
to cut back.
Petrificus totalis.
Took you for a troll the other day.
Well done.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
Somebody there? Hello?
The AI is definitely not very smart.
Petrificus totalis.
Who's that? It must be.
Just a chest.
You should know better than that by now. We've all told you before, and look what happens when you don't listen.
Petrificus totalis.
I love that it's a one-shot. It's pretty fun.
Revelio. Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
I will draw blood.
William.
Spells won't save you.
Confringo. Protego.
Arrogant child! Let's get it.
That was unimpressive.
Confringo.
Many goblins have always been antagonistic towards wizard kind, but this is different somehow.
This is
I'm
different
glad that's
somehow.
over. Let's head inside. Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Someone was an avid reader. Can't say I'm familiar with many of these titles.
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment last this long.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sam Bakar's tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter, though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Commanded to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber. A reservoir of ancient magic, downstairs, near the entry.
Let's see this trial, see what they're talking about here. Nothing. Another cakewalk.
I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section. That must have done something. Best have a look around. More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different. These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time. Accio! Confringo! Potato! Accio! These look familiar. What did that burst of magic do? More statues.
Accio! Confringo! Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Levioso! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Levioso!
Not making this easy on me.
Accio!
I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where? Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides.
Accio!
What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different. I need to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway. I'll never get used to these floors.
Levioso! Confratego! Confringo! Levioso! Confringo! Levioso! Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Confringo! Levioso! Protego! Levioso! Accio! Confringo! Levioso! Accio! Accio!
Now to see what's changed on each side of this archway. Things are definitely different on either side of the archway. But how? What if I stood on one platform and used Accio on the other? That ought to work.
Accio!
What if I stood on one platform and used Accio on the other? That ought to work.
Accio! Accio. Accio. Accio.
Strange. Very strange.
Revelio.
Don't like the look of this.
Accio. Confringo. Protego. Confringo. Confringo. Leviosa. Accio. Protego. Leviosa. Confringo. Accio. Protego. Confringo. Confringo. Leviosa.
Well, that was fun.
What a relief. Another pensive.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
Agonizing.
Drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Uh-oh. I have a feeling that's gonna end badly.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. More crystallized stone. That must be the way back to the map chamber.
I was hoping to learn a new skill or something.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir. And this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of Sanbakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ranrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go...
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
Is the first season change? Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call this episode here. Thanks for stopping by and watching. Back probably later today for another one.